When a Man Loves a Woman, Michael Bolton. What's the tea? This doesn't feel like a love reading, and it's not because I've gone for the what's the tea oracle cards. It isn't. It's not going to be a nice love reading. It feels like excuse me. It feels like you've had people trying to dirty off. You've had people trying to affect your love life, basically. What's coming through to my mind is quite aggressive. Oh no, it's being all dark. It's time to lay them to waste. It's time to lay them to waste. This person's broke. This person's in their ego. Okay, it says hurt ego, getting in the way of relationship, etc. Okay. This isn't your person. This is somebody who's been trying to stop you from coming together with your person. Okay. Meanwhile, you've been hustling, making it rain, focused on the bag. Money is the mission. Okay. Just keep doing that. Keep focusing on yourself. You've either got your person or your person's coming in. Okay. The love between the two of you is going to be unstoppable, unbreakable. This connection, well, we're talking about a divinely guided connection here. We're not talking about your run-of-the-mill box standard love connection here. We're talking about high-end divine energy here. So it was always going to come to fruition. This person, sky in the background, confirmation, cat crying. Right. This person who's one of your attackers, I say one of, okay, feels like this is the main protagonist at the moment. This is the main focus. Car drama, repo nightmares, always asking for a ride, too broke to fix it. So they could be having car drama. They could not own a car. They might have somebody who has a car, and they're always asking for lifts. Going off the card there. Drama starter, stirs the pot, always in the middle, loves the chaos. So, I'll quite happily admit, I enjoy gossip. I'm a solitary chaos witch. But I would say, believe it or not, I don't start the gossip, and I don't. Quite happy to feed it on because I'm a little bitch, but I'm not a gossip starter. Okay. Inside scoop, a closer look, nosy, up in your business. This person's asks a lot of questions. This person asks you for ideas, and basically what they're doing is robbing them. They're taking them off their own. They're palming them off for themselves. It's like every time you make a move, and this kind of ties into the reading that we did the other day. Every time that you make a move, they're I don't want to say a couple of steps behind, 303 on the timer. It's more that they delay. They give it a slight delay, and they turn it and mutate it just ever so slightly enough, so that average Joe don't clock. And believe you me, right? Sorry if you're one of them. The people in the spiritual community are figures, right? They don't notice anything. So it's got an air of that to it. You might not be in the spiritual community. I'm not saying you're in the spiritual community, but that's my experience. Because you can lead the horse to water, and in this case, these lot, they go, what's that? I'm thirsty. What's that? It's water. Drink it. Is it? Right. Dirty offer. Right. Again. Now, we've got an uninterested, right? What this feels like to me is it feels like they show this interest in what you're doing. They ask questions, and then they kind of play it off like, oh, I'm just asking. You know what I mean? I'm not really that interested. I'm just kind of playing the human game. Okay. Now, what I'm seeing in my mind is I'm seeing a woman, right? She's having this isn't a kinky thing or anything along those lines. It feels ceremonial, right? She's having her clothes taken off. She's then being washed. She's being hand washed. She's then being draped with some kind of cloak or robe of some sort. It's not so much witchy. It's heavier than that. It's a bit Viking like. And then she's having a crown put on top of her head. She's having stuff put on her face. It looks like mud mixed with something. Okay. I want to use the word she's being ordained, but I don't mean in a religious sense, because this feels more Viking-y, pagan-y than Catholic or anything along those lines. And then what I've got coming into my mind is from Game of Thrones, when the nuns are, I think it's Cersei, isn't it? And they're going shame, shame, shame. So there's been, I want to say there has been some kind of initiation process to place this person on a pedestal, okay? And it's come from a place of shame, because it's not been done with honour. It's not been done with valour. It's been done out of a sense of ego, really. Forcer, pushy energy, crosses your boundaries, gets what they want by any means. So this person is hell-bent on taking from you, taking from others, and this self-inflated opinion of themselves makes them think that they can do what they want, right? It's kind of narcissistic, okay? Dirt digging, snooping for secrets, trying to expose you, tables might turn. So this person is also looking for anything that they can. They're going through your old content, they're looking at your old posts, they're talking to people. The thing is, and well, that's followed up by no facts, all vibes, no receipts, talking nonsense, messy storyteller. So they've not been able to find anything, because there isn't anything, because you're an honest, genuine person. You're in your authenticity, hopefully, okay, highest vibration, and they ain't got shit, right? But they've been looking, they've not been able to find anything. So there's a certain amount of rumours and lies about you now, and I feel like it's not anything really heavy, but it's almost like, if people say, oh, why did that happen? What was this about? They'll kind of pass the book. They'll pass the book and try and blame you for their mistakes. Right, they're telling me that they think that they've got away with it. Okay. However, for you, photo proof, caught in the act, evidence saved, truth in plain sight. So you've either got some kind of screenshot, photo, etc., depending on the situation, or you're about to, okay, and this is them being exposed. Now, what I got in my mind was, I just like had a photo. It was like a photo had been taken, a bit like PI type photo, and it was just like somebody outside a restaurant or a building or something along those lines. So it's less to do, I don't feel like this is to do with cheating or anything along those lines, but it feels more along the lines of, this person will say, oh, I can't because of this, and then they're somewhere else, or I'm ill, I can't go out and do that, and then there's a photo of them elsewhere. You're not taking the photo. It feels like this is either going to get passed on to you, or you'll stumble across it on somebody else's social media or something along those lines, okay? Continue to build the evidence. Because I don't want to say this is going to go to physical court, but it feels like there's going to be an internal court, basically, and you're going to have to prove it's just probably between you and them, but you're going to have to say, like, right, this is what I've got here, this is what I've got here, this is what I've got here, this is what I've got here. So you're talking absolute smack. So what do you want to do about this? So fake smiles, saying hi, but hating inside, two-faced energy, watch who's smiling at you. So yeah, it's going to be a silent, smiley assassin, but they're running out of time. They're tripping themselves up. I'm going to leave it there. Private readings, link top of the profile main this account, or urbanwarlockhealing.com. We'll leave it there. Ta-ta.